the beginning, early life and career start. Alejandro Lembo was born on January 20, 1980, in Montevideo, Uruguay. Raised in a country where football is an integral part of its cultural fabric, Lembo quickly developed a love for the sport. From a young age, his natural defensive instincts and strong physical presence on the field set him apart. Growing up in Montevideo, Lembo played in local youth teams, where his skill, tactical awareness, and leadership qualities began to emerge. Lembo's journey into professional football began when he joined the youth system of Club Atlético Danubio, one of Uruguay's most prestigious football clubs. Danubio's reputation for developing young talent helped nurture Lembo's potential. It was at Danubio that he began to make a name for himself, initially playing in the club's youth ranks before making his debut for the senior team at just 18 years old. His early years at Danubio saw him establish himself as a tough, disciplined central defender, and his performances quickly earned him a regular spot in the first team. By the time he was 20, Lembo was playing in the top tier of Uruguayan football, and his reliable performances in defense made him one of the rising stars of the league. His solid defensive skills and his leadership at the back were recognized by both club managers and fans. These early experiences set the stage for his promising career. Career peak, dominating the defender's role. Lembo's career began to flourish as he moved beyond the domestic scene to play in more prominent South American leagues. In 2005, after several seasons with Danubio, Lembo took the next step in his career by signing with the Brazilian club Atlético Mineiro. The move to Brazil marked a new chapter for Lembo, as he transitioned from the Uruguayan Primera División to one of South America's most competitive football leagues. Despite being relatively young, his ability to adapt quickly to a higher level of football made a significant impact. During his time with Atlético Mineiro, Lembo's stature as a central defender grew. His consistent performances earned him respect in Brazil, where the physicality and pace of the game demanded strong defensive capabilities. Lembo was noted for his commanding presence in the air, his toughness in tackles, and his leadership qualities at the back. His ability to read the game and organize the defense helped Atlético Mineiro become a competitive force in Brazilian football during the mid-2000s. Lembo's performances in Brazil earned him a move to Argentina in 2008, where he joined Club Atlético Vélez Sarsfield. Vélez Sarsfield, one of the most successful clubs in Argentina, provided Lembo with an opportunity to compete in one of South America's top football leagues. This period in Argentina represented the peak of his career, as he was now playing in a highly competitive environment with significant pressure to perform. His consistency in defense was crucial for Vélez Sarsfield, and he became a key figure in their back line. Lembo's time in Argentina also allowed him to showcase his leadership skills. And he quickly gained recognition as one of the league's most reliable defenders. His performances in the Argentine Primera División brought attention from national team selectors, and he was called up to the Uruguayan national team in the late 2000s. Although his appearances for Uruguay were limited, Lembo's defensive abilities were valued, and he was often called up for friendlies and World Cup qualifiers. Main achievements, club success and international recognition. Throughout his career, Lembo enjoyed a number of important individual and team achievements. At the club level, his stints in Brazil and Argentina were particularly fruitful. He was part of the Atlético Mineiro squad that finished high in the Campeonato Brasileiro, and his move to Vélez Sarsfield in Argentina saw him win the Argentine Primera División title in 2009. This victory was one of the highlights of his club career, as it marked his ability to compete at the highest levels of South American football. Lembo's solid performances in both Brazil and Argentina also led to him earning a reputation as one of the top defenders in the region. His key ability was to be a calming presence at the back, organizing the defense and ensuring that his teams were difficult to break down. He also showcased his aerial ability and leadership, often guiding his defensive line to shut out dangerous opposition forwards. On the international stage, Lembo's career with the Uruguay national team was limited but significant. Although he did not secure a regular starting role in major international tournaments, he was called up to the squad for World Cup qualifiers and friendlies, earning a spot in Uruguay's 2010 FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign. Lembo's inclusion in these squads reflected his strong club form and his growing reputation as one of Uruguay's top defenders. The last years, transitioning to coaching and retirement. As Lembo entered the latter stages of his career, he found himself playing in various leagues, including a return to Uruguay and a brief spell in the Middle East. His final years in professional football were spent playing for clubs such as Club Atlético Peñarol and Qatar's Al Gharafa, where he continued to provide leadership in defense, though his role was less prominent than in his peak years. By the time he reached his 30s, Lembo began to transition away from the physical demands of playing football at the highest level. His final years as a player were marked by sporadic appearances as he made way for younger defenders. He retired from professional football in 2014, bringing an end to a 16-year playing career that had seen him earn accolades both domestically and internationally. After his retirement from playing, Lembo shifted his focus to coaching. He began working with youth players and aspiring defenders, using his vast experience to teach the next generation of footballers about the importance of discipline, leadership, and defensive organization. His transition into coaching allowed him to stay involved in the sport he had dedicated his life to, and he quickly gained respect for his tactical understanding of the game.